Alright, so let me tell you about Jonathan Hayes of St. Augustine University. Jonathan has an ex-girlfriend. At the time, she got so mad at this man that she went ahead and fabricated a story about him knowingly giving her HIV/AIDS.
Your thoughts?
What? Now, she starts off by showing a screenshot of text messages where it appears that Jonathan knowingly gave her HIV/AIDS, and she goes ahead and says, how could you do that? Basically, it's a whole trade of ordeals. And of course, she goes ahead and posts that interaction on social media and then shows his Instagram account. Now, at this point, this young man is now starting to go viral, so much so that people now know not only his first and his last name, but of course what school he goes to, where he lays his head at night. Shoot, if he even has a job, they know exactly now where he works. Now, at this point, he's being harassed and bullied so much that he now threatens to unalive himself. And then that is when we all found out that the young lady lied and fabricated those text messages. Now, at this point, Jonathan, still having to deal with the fact that people don't know that the young lady has lied, has to prove to the internet that he now doesn't have STDs or HIV at all. And then we get a video of him debunking that whole thing. And not only that, we also have video of the young lady admitting that she fabricated the whole thing just because she was mad at it.
So because of all this going on and he know it's false. Y'all don't know how this man feeling. Whoever.
I keep saying it's false. I keep saying it's false.
Police! Help! Help!
He tagged me in his
Okay, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If we know it's false, everybody knows it's false. Somebody need to go on these pages, let them know that it's false. Y'all need let instead of just letting this shit drag on, this nigga get, you feel me, his name get tarnished like this. It ain't right.
Protect black men. Protect black men.
What you say that, gang? What you say that?
Protect black men, man. Test results. This is my name. This is my name. Like, wait, come on now. Normal.
Lock her ass up.
You talking about herpes?
Lock her ass up. Lock
I
her ass
never
up.
had herpes. I never had HIV.
Oh, my dick did.
AIDS.
This is outrageous. Right to jail, right away.
I never stuck my in a dirty. Never.
Yeah.
Come on, bruh. Absolutely right. That's nasty fucking work. That's nasty work. I cannot believe this shit. And in the climate that we live in, this is what you get. In the medieval Me Too movement situation, this is what you fucking get. You get people making outlandish claims. This shit making it to Shade Room. I'm telling you, if you're a woman, you can accuse a man of absolutely anything. And they'll go with it. They'll let it fly. Because automatically you now place yourself in the category of victim. And now that you're a victim, when the man's the perpetrator, even doubting what you say, asking for explanations, evidence, corroboration, any of that will be deemed victim blaming. You're supporting the abusers, all that. It's ridiculous. That's how we got believe all women. Crackhead shit. Pure crackhead shit. Just like this. This shit got so much traction. People are all on Son's head. They following him around. They harassing his family. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. This motherfucker talking about he want to unalive himself behind this. Shit. That wouldn't be me. Because wherever I'm going, your monkey ass coming too. Because I know who told this lie, bro. And could you imagine the audacity, the ridiculousness? This motherfucker has to get his own medical records and post them online for the public to see. Just so he can prove he didn't do what you said he did. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until you release your private information online to defend yourself. It's ridiculous.
I had to keep my composure with this one because, like I said, and like I get pissed off, literally the detriment that this woman has caused for this man, his reputation and everything else like that, this will follow him for quite some time, and he would have to consistently sit here and try to prove that he is not with HIV, with an STD. And do you understand the detriment that she did on his life because of the fact that he wants to unalive himself?
That's crazy.
This is going to follow him. And you know what? Honestly, she doesn't understand the magnitude of what she did. She can get in serious trouble for this because this is defamation. You're lying on somebody's character.
Absolutely.
You're lying on somebody's character that will stain his character for quite some time, and he has to consistently prove himself as a man that he does not have STD.
But it's worse than lying. It's worse than lying. And you know what the issue is? It's worse than lying because she didn't just lie. She didn't just get up and say something that's a lie. That would have earned all the vitriol and the anger that it's produced. But that's not what she did. She didn't lie. She lied and then fabricated an entire story. She fabricated evidence to support her liar-ass claims. That's fucking crazy. No way you texting yourself back and forth like a fucking maniac to prove that he gave you something. You made up text saying he admitted that he did it. What? And then people are talking to you and you're admitting on recorded call that he didn't do none of this shit. And now you talk. The way she was talking so nonchalantly on that phone call while she was admitting it's not true, it's not true, just take it down. She thinks this doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. Women have been brought up in this day and age to not fear consequences. Yo, somebody, I see this on, was it Shits and Gigs podcast? His son said, these women don't fear God.
Yeah, they need to because
You're
you know
ungodly heathens.
Hold on.
These women don't fear God.
They need to because you know what? You can't sit here and say women don't deserve beatings or anything. This deserves a beating. Like, honestly, she needs her ass kicked. And you wonder why OJ did what he did. You wonder why.
That's crazy.
There's no need to wonder why. Just like Bill Burr said, they act like there was no reason behind an action.
Right.
Behind every action there is a reason.
Right.
For why people did what they do. And guess
Rihanna
what?
got beat up. She didn't get beat up for no reason.
Right.
That's not what happened.
Later came out why Chris Brown did what he did.
She was attacking him. She was grabbing his nuts and all type of shit. He hit her. He had no choice. And he's driving too. Like, stop it. Like
my husband said, women do not fear consequences. This young man needs to fucking file a lawsuit against her for defamation.
Expeditiously.
And anybody following that, sitting here putting that bullshit out without knowing the facts.
Again, shade room, anybody who what he should do is send that information proving his innocence to every single publication that put that out.
I am telling you.
And then when they don't retract it, sue them for defamation. Sue her straight up. Problem is, this dusty bitch don't got no money. I know she don't got no money.
I'm telling you, if that was anybody that I know, my husband, somebody, some random hoe lying on my husband,
what Shannon
my
Sharp said?
fucking brother, my cousin, anybody in my relation, yo, like he said, Shannon Sharp, I have to have you. I swear I will.
Oh my God.
And I'll go to jail with a smile on my face. Dead ass. I'll go to jail with a smile on my face. Are you kidding me? You will respect me. Come correctly.
That shit
you ain't
crazy.
coming. Absolutely not.
Oh
Absolutely not.
Listen, like I said in the last video, you could never do some shit like this to me. I have your pine box on fucking layaway. That shit coming expeditiously. I dig the hole right now.
This is not a joke. This is not a game.
This
is little kid shit that women do not grow up from.
Yeah, but
they shouldn't be doing to begin with.
Right, but it's little kid shit on a grown-up scale. Because the scale that it's on right now would destroy people's lives. The problem is that the two stories, the retraction is never as loud as the defamation. So when somebody says some bullshit about you, right, it goes viral. When you prove your innocence, that doesn't really go as viral.
No.
So there will be people, in fact, a high percentage of people that will see the first scenario and never see the second scenario and say, wait, were you accused of doing something to a woman? That's like, bruh, he's gonna have to get a new girlfriend who doesn't know nothing about this.
Yep.
And if she Google his name, he's gonna have to explain this.
Yep.
Like, do you understand the continuous reputational and character damage that represents?
Yep.
That every time my name is brought up in public, I'm gonna have to defend myself because you decide you want to make up a lie. This is always done by motherfuckers who can't fight. Women, I tell you, these women, they do not fear God. You don't fear anything. It's like society has insulated you from all consequences, so you don't fear anything happening to you. A man would never do some shit like this. He just wouldn't. You know why? Because he would have to fear me jumping out the bushes at your house.
Yep.
But a woman, it's like you feel like you can just do whatever you want to do and no one can do anything to you. And when someone does something to you, even when you deserve it, they still say, Oh, but you can't do that to women. You can't treat women like that. Blah, 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 blah. It's fucking bullshit. Get out of here with this.
Because it's funny. Women sit here and say, oh, I'm not a vulnerable person. I'm not weak. I'm not that. Okay, you're not weak or anything like that. But it seems how the law seems to portray you guys as victims and vulnerable.
And children.
And
always.
children. So, like, in reality, subconsciously, y'all don't realize that, yeah, y'all don't stand a match for men. Y'all don't. So this is what y'all do instead.
Yeah, but the crazy part is that they do this instead, but they do things that if a man would do, he would get flung off the nearest, highest tower.
Absolutely.
Instead, they do shit, just like Bill Burr said, they do shit worthy of a fucking suplex. And then stand there and look at you like, yeah, I did that shit. As if nothing could happen to you.
Yes.
As if you couldn't get your name erased from the census expeditiously. Stop it.
And even if the men can't do that, why would you put them in a situation where they
might have to
want
contemplate that, right?
Why would you do that?
Because she doesn't care. She doesn't care. There are no consequences.
Right.
So why would you care?
I was just about to say the same thing. Yep.
This is ridiculous. Send this bitch to fucking prison.
No, she really does need to be.
Send her to prison, bro. It's ridiculous.
Because if we live in a world where bullying and cyberbullying is an issue, this is considered cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying is not a crime, but at the very least, this could be considered some type of harassment.
Yeah.
So I would definitely call the police and sue this bitch, even though she don't got no money. Sue her anyway.
Yeah.
Be like 50 Cent. I'll get my money $5 at a time. I don't give a fuck as long as I take your last $5. Fuck out of here.